one bag full of trash, and then we're not even done yet. This thing is nasty on the inside. It's gonna need a massive cleaning. I'm probably gonna put the. You're gonna get a mask?
Yeah.
Stinks bad. And yeah, this is just nasty, man. It smells bad. So we're gonna clean it all up. Oh, that's the code for the radio. Clean it all up, and then yeah, call that person that wants it and see if he's gonna buy it. Overall, the front end turned out great. Joseph did a good job, and it still has some not aligned parts, but we're not worried about that. He just wants it for work, so he's not too worried about how it turned out. But I think it turned out better than what he expects. But yeah, all this, I'm gonna take all those stickers off right now. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. I just saw that. But yeah, well, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna record something. This is too nasty. Look at that. How can you live like that? Okay, I'm gonna do something I probably shouldn't do, but I'm gonna do it. If you guys ever see this girl, oh yeah, because Joseph says that those glasses, he couldn't see anything. Like they have too much what?
Yeah, it's blurry, dude.
They're too strong.
Yeah, they're too strong, dude.
Damn, Lydia, your mama needed to raise you. She didn't raise you good or right, huh, Jose?
I don't know, dude. I don't know her. But judging, which we
That's
should
not
do,
right. This is nasty. And I mean, we know it was a she because tampons, a pink cup. That is just disgusting, man. Oh, and in the back it says cowgirl something. That she rides everything like a cowgirl. I don't know what the hell.
Alrighty.
But this is just disgusting, man. I didn't even find any gloves, and I'm still doing this. I mean, it doesn't matter no more. She has wipes, she has towels, and all that, but she never used them. Yeah. Well, keep going at it. Better clean it up. I'm gonna take this seat off, but this is nasty, man. 2 bags. It's like the filthiest car I think I've worked on. I'm gonna say it, the filthiest. It smells how it looks too. That's like the covers under the seats. Okay, today you guys can see that element, how it turned out. Joseph did a really good job. He turned out good. We washed the interior yesterday. You guys can see it's still a bunch of that little nasty stuff. It's all over here. But it turned out good. So yeah, that's how it turned out. It turned out really good. The windows are like that because you guys remember I like to wash all the door jambs. So, and then some of the seats, I think it was the back ones, those I didn't want to take them off. They're only dirty from the top and part of the sides. So it's all plastic. This car's all plastic. So we put everything back together. We just vacuumed all the water as much as we could. Then we went with the rag on the bottom, and we did it with the air nozzle, and yeah, it turned out good. The car runs and drives great. It still has a bad odor, and I'm pretty sure it's the cabin filters. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the cabin filters. I'm gonna remove this also. But yeah, everything's fine. Everything in it, Jose did a good job. The airbag is gonna be on because that seatbelt, the side airbag on that seat deployed, so I'm sure that it's triggering that. But this car, the relative that wants it, he works in construction, so he's gonna be carrying a bunch of tools. So I'm not too worried about leaving it perfect. It's actually a perfect car for him. So yeah, and then and the other thing we noticed yesterday, it was that, how do you lock these things? It doesn't want to open because the seatbelt deployed. So that seatbelt is no good. So we're gonna have to pop this panel out, and since we have it in that one, we're gonna go ahead and use that one too. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. It was just the only thing that deployed was this seatbelt and that side airbag. Everything else is still fine, intact. You guys saw hours of cleaning. I removed all the stickers that were on the dash. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it running for a bit so I can have the heater on so it warms up in there. But yeah, otherwise it turned out really good. I removed all the stickers on the back also. I only left that one. Yeah, it turned out great. I didn't feel like parting it out because, like I said, I was given that other one and I felt like I had the parts, might as well do it. But yeah, Joseph is learning. He's learning a lot. I've been showing him and whatnot, and he's not scared to do them anymore. I think this is his third one he does. The first one was me and Emmy, and he learned. It was a Honda Fit. That's where he learned, and then he decided to do it himself. I'm gonna close the door because it's kind of chilly outside. Another thing I'm doing on this one, it's a Leah's car. I went ahead and did the charge pipes. I've been lazy about doing them because it's a lot of welding. You guys can see a bunch of pipe cuts. We do our own elbows or 90s. And the only reason is because I hate when charge pipes keep blowing. This car is not going to push more than 14 probably, but still it's going to be a girl's car, and if one day a charge pipe blows out, she's not going to know. Sometimes the charge pipes rub here or in the bumper or anywhere and they just rip. So this car is only going to have 4 fittings, one here, one on the top, one here, and one there, rubber fittings I mean. So that's it. There's a lot less chances of having a boost leak and blowing a charge pipe. And I don't know, it's always been me. I just like, since I learned how to TIG weld, I'll rather do them like that. This one's already mocked up. It's just been tacked, and I'm gonna go ahead and fully weld it right now. But yeah, this one's just gonna go like this. Yeah, like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish welding it all around, and then this one is just sagging because it doesn't have the clamps, but this one goes like that. Yeah. And then that's it. The charge pipes are done. Next thing, we're gonna jump into the These are the pipe cuts we've been doing. We're gonna jump into the headlights after this. We're gonna mock all this up, and then we're gonna put the car down, and then do the headlights. The students, they haven't been back. One of them is sick. The other one has visitors, and the other one said he was gonna come. The smallest one said he was gonna come, but they haven't showed up yet. Yeah, hopefully they don't lose motivation, because this car really needs to get finished so we can primer it, because I don't want to push it. I can't push it outside, because if I push it outside, all this bare metal is going to turn into rust fast. So I've been waiting on them, but if they keep slacking, I'm not going to have an option but to just push it outside, and probably it's going to get rusted fast. So hopefully they don't lose motivation, because if they do, it's going to get worse for them down the road. Today, I removed the engine harness off of this car. That K-Swap EM2 that I got at the auction. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath. I was throwing the big old trash bags. The trash bags that came out of that Honda Element. It was 4 big trash bags that I had laying here. They all filled up from that Honda Element, and I was just throwing them away. You can see I had to replace them. 4 of these, literally. That one has no bags, and then we have another one back there. That one has no bags too. That's how many bags came out from that Honda Element. So I pulled that harness out of that EM2. I'm gonna sell it to this dude that I know. His name is Chava Cisneros. I know some of you in this channel might know him. He's from Salem, Oregon. He's a cool dude. Cool story on him is I met him about, I think it was 2015, 2014. We went to buy some parts in Salem. We were driving, and Milton had just dynoed his hatchback. I'll upload some videos or pictures of Milton's hatchback. It was a K-Series turbo EK hatch. And when we were out there, I was like, let's stop and get some dinner before we head back, because it's a long drive. We did, and after we did, I was there and I was sitting down, and I was like, I could see a bunch of cars driving by Lancaster there in Salem, and just a curiosity. I didn't even tell Milton this or anything. I just told him, dude, if somebody shows up on the way back, if somebody pulls up to you, will you run them or what? He's like, yeah, dude. Dude, my car just got dynoed, so. It triggered my brain, and I was like, our idea, and I was like, I made a post on the Salem group where you sell parts for Hondas, and I said, hey, anybody wants to make $100, you don't have to bet. You just have to we're just gonna pay you to race. This $100, I posted a picture of a $100 bill. I said, this $100 can be yours if you beat my buddy's hatch. A few of them messaged me. They wanted to make a bigger scene, round up more cars, and I was like, no, man. I just want you to run my friend. We're heading back. He just wants to know where his car's at. And then this is how Chava messaged me. He says, hey, man, we'll run him. And by that time, another WRX had messaged me. And Chava, we met at a gas station. Chava goes over there. Chava was kind of, he was kind of wondering, hey, what's up with that car? And that's the first thing. A long time ago, we would have been the first ones to build an all-wheel drive. I told him it was all-wheel drive, and he freaked out. And I remember Chava saying, hey, man, let me check it out. And I was like, nah, I'm just kidding, dude. It's just a front-wheel drive. We're trying to make it all-wheel drive, but we haven't pulled the trigger yet. And so anyways, long story short, Chava brought a turbo EK hatch B-Series. Milton raced the WRX, so we had to split the money. And I think I gave the WRX $60, and he beat Milton really bad. Milton didn't stand a chance. Milton just spun and spun. And then Chava raced the EK. Chava jumped into his buddy's EK, and Chava raced Milton, and Chava beat him. The first time it was closed, and then the second time it wasn't even closed. I think the hatchback, the B-Series, had, I don't know what he had, but for some reason the second time beat him even worse. So anyways, that's how we met Chava, on the streets racing. And after that, we became friends on Facebook, And after that, we've been buying and selling parts from each other, whatever he needs and whatever I need. We message each other when I need help fixing this car, when he needs help. I was the one that told him about you can put a Type S head in a stock K24 bottom end. I remember him messaging me, telling me, "Are you sure it's gonna work?" I'm like, "Bro, we've done that several times. You don't have to worry." Because on the Honda page or Honda Tech page, he says it's impossible, it won't work, and when VTEC opens, it's gonna hit the valves. And we proved it. We tried it our way, and it worked out. So yeah, we've been messaging back and forth. I know he just bought a sick Corvette, and I'm gonna send him this gift. I don't know if he knows about our channel, but I'm gonna send him this gift because he bought a nice Corvette. I'll upload a picture of it. So yeah, like I said, I invested those $100, and look, it turned out. We just messaged back and forth on Facebook. So anyways, I bought projects from him, or not from him, projects that used to belong to him and whatnot. But yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know. Charles Cisneros is a really good dude. He's well known in the Salem area for K-Series, K-swapping cars. I think right now he's doing the LA swaps too. But if you ever bump into this guy, he's a really legit guy. So I'm going to go ahead and ship him that, send him this gift, and yeah, hopefully he can help us grow and spread the word. So big shout out to him, and yeah. Anyways, this video, it's gonna be wrapped up. It was more about the Element, how it turned out, and it's gone now. So yeah, it turned out to be good. Like I said, I'd rather put all that money, or I'd rather sell it as a whole running. I could have made more money parting it out for the all-wheel drive and the engine and whatnot, but I didn't want to have more cars. I'm trying to clean the yard, and the engine harness is gone from this car, so now I'm gonna go ahead and sell this car in parts and probably pull the swap out, pull the struts, and junk the rest, because I have 2 EM2s sitting in the yard. So yeah, hopefully stay tuned. We have more videos coming in. Aaliyah's car is almost done. We're gonna go ahead and take it back to Salem again, and then get it dynoed. I was messaging David Landa, but like I said, this car is not really worth paying a lot of money to get a dyno. It's just a stock car, so even on 8-10 pounds, it should be good. But I think the dad wants to push his limits. He wants to go 14, and it's capable. Custom Danny has been holding 14-16 pounds, so we're gonna go ahead and max it out too. So it's gonna wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos. We got more videos coming soon. The students come today, I believe, and they're gonna probably finish wrapping up this car. I'll have to look for the engine harness and put it back in there. So yeah.